A capital improvement project on the Burlington waterfront is nearly complete. The Community Sailing Center is wrapping up a multi-year $5.6 million campaign called Lake Access for All. This rendering shows it'll feature a launch ramp, a pier, universally accessible paths and a ramp, and a dredged area to accommodate sailboats. The nonprofit's executive director, Owen Milne, tells NBC5 the upgrades offer something for everyone, regardless of income level, age, or physical ability.
This project will essentially be enhancing that wheelchair accessibility, making it possible for people to get out and access it easily, an important part of the mission. Up till now, there's no boat launch for sailboats in Burlington. So if you wanted to host a regatta in Burlington, this will now be possible in a way that hasn't been happening since the yacht club, which used to be the Burlington Boathouse, burned down in the 40s or 50s. So that's a whole nother swath of access that will be granted by this project getting done.
It's an exciting time.
Yeah.
You mentioned accessibility. How do you think, as someone who has used a wheelchair for 20 some odd years, how do you think the Burlington area and maybe Vermont in general is doing when it comes to accessibility?
It's a question of compared to what. So there are some places in this country that are fantastic, and there are places that are hard. Burlington certainly has its challenges, being an East Coast-ish sort of place. And that's especially true for things related to water recreation. ADA sort of stops when it comes to thinking about getting people out sailing. Probably wasn't something that was being considered when that was drawn up. This project especially is really going to be the first time we'll have a truly wheelchair accessible facility on Lake Champlain.
Well, I asked that question because I think historically communities have looked at accessibility as an equity issue, as an inclusion issue, as a human rights issue, and it certainly is all of those things. But I wonder if communities would be smart to also look at accessibility as an economic development issue, meaning if our communities are more accessible, wouldn't more tourists want to come? Wouldn't more people want to move here and work in local industry or work remotely from this as a community? What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, there's certainly no doubt that we have an aging population in the state of Vermont. When we look at the aging boomer, especially the wealth transfer that will come from it, that is a growth opportunity as it relates to places on Lake Champlain and anywhere as it relates to tourism and recreation. Almost half of our visitors at the Community Sailing Center on any given year are actually visitors to Burlington. We can turn this into an accessible mecca for people as part of that aging population.
We just had thousands and thousands of people come for the eclipse.
Yeah.
It would be great if they thought, boy, this is a place I want to come back to.
Right. And I feel comfortable coming back here years and years and years, even as some of my mobility changes over that period of time too.
The Sailing Center has had a wonderful history of promoting access to the lake. How will the completion of this new project only add to that history?
One of the things that's always a challenge for people that have a paddleboard or a kayak is, where do you go to get out onto the lake? A large, boat ramp is often populated by people with, power boats or fishing boats. A lot of the beaches, you might have to lug your kayak for a long distance in order to get to the lake. This is one of those things where there's parking and people can get out and access really easily. So for a lot of people, that is a comfortable environment to do that. And then when you come back, there's a beautiful building with running water and showers and everything you could really need to enhance that experience. For, as mentioned, for individuals with disabilities, paved pathways, ramps that aren't too steep. For individuals with sailboats, in order to get your sailboat in the water in Chittenden County, you have to get onto a list and it might take weeks to be able to put it out. This is one of those things where this is a facility that's available anytime somebody wants to be able to go out. So those are just a few of the communities that will benefit from this. And then it's just another beautiful viewing spot. So if you think about the fishing pier, and if you think about that area of the boardwalk, that's a beautiful spot to just watch and enjoy Lake Champlain. This is just yet another place for people to go.
We talked about physical barriers to accessing the lake. What about invisible barriers?
We've created programs to break down gender barriers associated with sailing. More recently, we just got an award from U.S. Sailing for our work in diversity and engaging Black, Indigenous people of color in the sport of sailing as well. And our summer camps, if you were down at the building at 10 a.m. in July, you'd see a line of sailboats going all the way from the top of our ramp all the way back to the building of our kids waiting to get out and trying to cram down this 10-foot wide thing. So this is going to enhance our ability to do the programs that we do today. June 1st is the ribbon cutting that the entire public is invited to go to. After the ribbon cutting, it's going to be accessible to everybody in the community to just come on down and see anytime they want. There's no memberships, there's no clubs. This is just another thing for people to come down and enjoy.
And the fundraising campaign closes May 1st. As Owen said, the ribbon cutting for the completed project is planned for June 1st. Thanks for being with us this morning. We'll be back next Sunday morning on NBC5 In Depth.